that everyone associated with this tragic event is brought to justice. So as the mayor said, we won't expand on any further on what other suspects we have interviewed or looked at or their status until we get further into this investigation and get closer to a conclusion of what and who are all involved. But let me just say just some closing comments about Dallas police officers and Dart police officers. Some of the bravest men and women you'd ever want to be associated with. You see video footage after video footage of them running toward gunfire from an elevated position with no chance to protect themselves and to put themselves in harm's way to make sure citizens can get to a place of security. So please join me in applauding these brave men and women who do this job under great scrutiny, under great vulnerability, who literally risk their lives to protect our democracy. We don't feel much support most days. Let's not make today most days. Please, we need your support to be able to protect you from men like these who carried out this tragic event. Pray for these families. I spoke with the families of the deceased and the injured. They are not having a good time trying to absorb this, trying to understand why. And they need your prayers. So please join us in helping us comfort the grieving officers' families. And I trust that soon, because we're working very diligently in processing the crime scene, to find evidence, to bring any other suspects to justice that were a part of this. But please pray for our strength through this trying time. Thank you.
I want to add that there are public safety officials that protect our cities and our institutions all across America every day that aren't police officers. And we lost one of those last night. A Dart officer was one of the victims. And I want to just take a moment and say the professionalism of the Dart organization was great. And I appreciate better school police officers, campus, college police officers, standing shoulder to shoulder with our police officers. And that's the way we work. Chief Brown told the victims' families last night and the police officers that he was a man of faith. And I'm a man of faith too. And that we need prayers, and prayer is good. So today at 12 o'clock at Thanksgiving Square, a leadership group of interfaith ministers will be leading us in that prayer. I would ask that if you're at your home or at your office or at your school, to join us today at noon in that spirit of prayer, to bring our city together and our country together, to heal wounds, not create them. Thank you. Any questions that were not off limit? Yeah.
The injured officers have Most of them have been released. There's some that will need follow-up. I'm not going to go into the detail of what types of injuries. Their families are being very private for obvious reasons right now. But again, excuse me. What's the question? I'm sorry.
Critical.
Yes, they're doing better. Some have been released. Some of their statuses, they're still needing more treatment, but they're being very private about any further details about their health.